Hey everyone, it's Cassie Dunn with the Moving Factory. I hope everyone's having an amazing day and enjoying the launch into summer that Southeast Michigan has finally allowed us to jump into. Of course, with the launch into summer, we've also seen the increase in interest rates, which is really leaving a lot of people wondering what to do, what to expect. Should I be staying where I'm at? Should I move forward? And there's a lot of opinions flowing around. We have buyers who are in the middle of purchasing a home and they're starting to get cold feet, or they're starting to just get kind of nervous because we have to sell their home behind it, and what does it all mean? And the truth is, interest rates were historically low. We were saying that for such a long time. These are historically low rates. The likelihood we see them again in our lifetime is very low, 2 and 3%. It's not normal. It's not a sustainable interest rate to loan money on long term. So that being said, we're starting to see the 5s and 6 now, and potentially even a couple more interest rate hikes over the next couple months throughout the rest of the year. And my suggestion to a lot of people is to stick with the facts. Try not to get moved ahead into the future. Try to just stick with what's happening here and now, because I think that's what causes the panic. That's what causes us to start that downward spiral into, the whole economy is going to crash, and I'm going to wait for this bubble to burst, and all these people are going to be out on the streets. And one of the main things that I see a lot of our people who are in rentals are saying is like, well, I'm going to wait for interest rates to come back down because I don't want to pay 5 and 6% on a home. So the truth, and really, a lot of people don't want to look at this, but when you are renting a home, you are paying 100% interest on a home. Not 6, not 5, not 10, not 12. You're paying 100% interest to rent that home, to live there, to put your stuff there, go to sleep, wake up, raise your kids. That is what you're paying. So when you look at interest rates moving forward as a home buyer, and if you've been in the market and you've been, working your butt off all summer to get there, it can be a little discouraging now seeing the interest rates rise to 5 or 6% because you were seeing these historically low rates. Inversely, what does this mean for sellers? This means that sellers are starting to panic. Is anybody going to buy my house at this rate? And the answer to that is yes. People are still going to buy your house. It is still a competitive market. Craig and I talk about this all the time. Over the last year, 2 years, but really the last year, we've seen a very hungry buyer population where they're coming in, they're willing to spend more money, lock in these low interest rates, and honestly beat out the other person, because a home is survival. A home is one of those pieces of your life that is not an option. So when I hear people say, oh, it's stupid to purchase a home at that price, only an idiot would spend that much money, I really have a hard time with that because homes are a required necessity for our fortitude, for our lives, for raising our families. So a lot of people, what they're doing is they're seeing what's happening and they want to lock those rates in. They want to get a home. So if it's a difference of finding a rental or not, which are not easy to do in this market, and then also securing a place to grow up and raise your family while starting to build some of your own wealth and some of your own equity. Renting is just literally giving your money away, and we work hard for our money. In a day and age like today, we are spending most of our time working, most of our time honed in on the social medias and everything, that we can't disconnect from it. So that being said, if we're going to have a home, we absolutely want that to make us some money on the back end when we decide to move. So that was a kind of long-winded explanation to say we have no reason from our experience or what we're seeing right here, right now in the market, to think that we are not going to have buyers for homes. So I don't want that interest rate increase. I don't even want to call it a spike. It's an increase. To scare you about putting your home on the market. It is a good time to lock in a good rate because we are expecting a couple more. And the other thing about that is, say you lock in a 5 to 6, 7% interest rate here in the next couple months, the truth is they might go to 9 or 10. So you've now locked that in. And if rates do come back down, we can hook you up with a lender who can refinance you and get you into one of those lower rates. So it's never a bad time to secure yourself a home. It's never a bad time to start building your own equity and your own wealth through owning a home. So right now, when you're hearing the panic on the national news, and I don't personally watch the national news, I'm not one of those types of people who can do that. What I can do is tell you what I see happening in a market where I work full time and we're moving buyers and sellers on a daily basis. That is what I see. That's what our lenders are seeing. That's what our teams are seeing. So if you have any questions, reach out. I'm more than happy to schedule a strategy session or even just help calm some of the anxieties of what's happening and put some logic and some sense behind some of this, rather than just panic and honestly blind faith in the national news. So anyways, I hope everybody has a great day. If you have questions about buying or selling real estate, please reach out to us. We are the Moving Factory, and we are happy to get you where you've got to go.